Video: Ronda Rousey on Paul Heyman's creative genius. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jennifer. Have a nice day. For the WWE Family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Thank you. Ronda Rousey spoke about Roman Reigns' rise in WWE, crediting much of his success to Paul Heyman's creative genius and behind-the-scenes influence. She reflected on how WWE's scripted nature allows for legacy families to thrive, noting, "Legacy families in WWE are a lot more successful because it's scripted, whereas in MMA, you've got to win. They tried so hard to get him over for so long, and there were chants against him. He was young, talented, came from a famous family. No one identified with that. It wasn't until Paul Heyman came in and found a way to repackage everything as the head of the table. That is Paul Heyman's genius that got him over. So much of what is working in that company is due to Paul Heyman or Paul Heyman's guidance. He's like the guy behind the scenes who's everyone's mentor. My graphic novel originated from him. Paul Heyman deserves so much credit, he has a shrine in my mind." While speaking to Bert Kreischer, former WWE star Ronda Rousey praised Paul Heyman while talking about the development of Roman Reigns' character over the years. Roman Reigns, they tried so hard to get him over for so long, and there were chants against him. No one wanted him because he had so many of those advantages, you know? He was young, talented, came from a famous family, and no one identified with that. It wasn't until Paul Heyman came in and found a way to repackage everything as the head of the table, and all of that is Paul Heyman's genius, that got him over. So much of what is working in that company is due to Paul Heyman or his guidance. He's like the guy behind the scenes who's everyone's mentor, and a lot of the best ideas originated from him. My graphic novel originated from him. Yeah, Paul Heyman deserves a lot of recognition in my mind. Having taken control of WWE in 2022, Triple H has overseen a spike in popularity that the company has not seen in many years. With a collection of primed superstars, engaging storylines, fantastic matches, and enhanced production changes, WWE has once again become the professional wrestling company that everyone is talking about. This renewed popularity has meant that WWE has had the chance to join Netflix, as well as merge with the UFC and TKO, in what are two financially remarkable transactions. But it is the finances of the WWE superstars and who the highest-paid wrestlers are that truly capture attention, with 888sport.com having revealed the top 10 highest-paid WWE wrestlers. Below, we take a look at some of the highest-paid athletes right now in WWE. The numbers mentioned refer only to base salaries, not including additional income such as merchandise sales. It should also be noted that this list only covers superstars who are members of the active roster on at least a month-to-month basis. This means that the likes of John Cena and Brock Lesnar are not included due to their limited appearances. The only female WWE superstar featured on the list is Australia's own Rhea Ripley. The 29-year-old has been a mainstay of WWE programming for years, having completed the trifecta of winning a world championship in NXT UK, NXT, and on the main roster. She is the 7th Triple Crown female champion and 5th female Grand Slam champion, with her popularity continuing to rise. A constant in the main event scene, Ripley is one of the few current female superstars to have transcended the business and reached mainstream recognition, so it's no surprise to see her earning as much as she does. The first, but not last, former member of the Bloodline to be featured on this list is WWE's well-known Yeeter, J-U-S-O. His career has gone from strength to strength in recent years, and he's been recognized as one half of one of the best tag teams of all time. His work as part of the Bloodline storyline elevated him to a main event level. WWE's creative team saw his potential too, booking him to win the 2025 Royal Rumble. The 40-year-old went on to defeat Gunther at WrestleMania 41 to become World Heavyweight Champion. Although his reign lasted only a few months, Jay remains a consistent player in the main event scene. Judgment Day member Finn Balor has been heavily featured during the Triple H era of WWE. The Irish-born superstar has long been a favorite of the King of Kings, following their work together in the black and gold NXT days. Having previously had a tumultuous main roster career, Balor has finally found something that has cemented himself as a featured performer on WWE television, something that many fans believe should have been the case years ago. He is being paid handsomely for his efforts too. Another man who finds himself in the $7 million pay bracket, Kevin Owens, has massively exceeded expectations as to what he could achieve in WWE after debuting on the main roster in 2015. Able to perform effectively as a fan favorite or a villain, Owens is a master in either position. With 2 highly acclaimed WrestleMania main events to his name, the Canadian proved he can do it all. His classic match with Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania 38 receives just as much praise as his match against the USOs with Sami Zayn at WrestleMania 39, about regarded as one of the best in WWE history. Currently, Owens is on the sidelines recovering from a serious neck injury. The 41-year-old hopes to get healthy and have one last main event run before he retires. The man responsible for one of the greatest returns in WWE history, CM Punk, is one of the most polarizing superstars the industry has ever known. Since making a surprise comeback to the company after nearly a decade away at Survivor Series 2023, the Second City Saint has established himself as a true franchise player for the promotion. Now 2 years into his latest WWE run, Punk has headlined multiple premium live events and had several memorable rivalries, including feuds with Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins. As part of his storyline with the Visionary, the Chicago native even achieved his lifelong dream of headlining WrestleMania when he, Rollins, and Roman Reigns competed in a triple threat match at WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas earlier this year. From one half of WWE's greatest modern rivalries to the other, Drew McIntyre is now a consistent player in the main event scene, although he has often come up short when championships have been on the line. Having initially been brought up to the main roster as the Chosen One in 2009, his main roster career gradually slowed, and he was released in 2014. To his credit, Drew was rehired by the company in early 2017 and has worked his way up from NXT to become a cornerstone of the main event scene. McIntyre's commitment to constantly improving has landed him one of the most lucrative contracts in WWE today. It remains to be seen if he can capture another world championship as he moves toward the later stages of his career. One-third of one of WWE's greatest ever factions, The Shield, Seth Rollins has never looked back following a dramatic turn against his teammates Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. Having been part of the main event scene ever since, he has established himself as a future WWE Hall of Famer. A 6-time world champion, Rollins helped carry Raw for years, prior to a shoulder injury that forced him to vacate the World Heavyweight Championship in October 2025. Rollins has battled back from injury before and will no doubt do so again to return to the top of the card. The first entrant on the list to make 8 figures annually, Randy Orton's career speaks for itself. From his early days as the Legend Killer to his impressive work in the mid-2000s, Orton is one of the greatest of all time, and he's still performing at a high level at the age of 45. The Viper has had some of the most iconic rivalries in company history, including against Mick Foley, Edge, John Cena, and Seth Rollins, all highlights in a career destined for the Hall of Fame. Cody Rhodes' WWE career has been remarkable. Having left the company in 2016 in pursuit of more creative opportunities, his return in early 2022 has been nothing short of a massive success. Over the last 3 years, the American Nightmare has faced John Cena, The Rock, and Seth Rollins. His most memorable storyline, though, was his 2-year-long rivalry with Roman Reigns, which saw him finally win the WWE Championship he had dreamed of since childhood. Now a 2-time world champion, Rhodes is the company's top full-time attraction and is well compensated for his efforts. Roman Reigns is WWE's highest-paid performer. Like Seth Rollins, following the breakup of The Shield, the Tribal Chief never left the company's main event scene. However, it took until 2020 for Reigns to truly find his defining character, a transformation that led to a 316-day world title reign that shattered modern records. Reigns' value to the company ensures he earns a fortune, despite working a reduced schedule, a privilege earned through his immense star power. While Jey Uso turning heel will be a surprise, it has been built up through his ongoing storyline with Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso. Triple H's run as WWE's chief content officer began a few years ago, but the creative quality has recently seen a decline. Meanwhile, Jonathan Coachman believes the game has established himself in an irreplaceable position for one major reason. Triple H took over the creative responsibilities of WWE's weekly programming when Vince McMahon stepped down from his role in the company. While fans and critics praised the game's creative direction and booking decisions early on, the overall quality has started to dip. Speaking on Behind the Turnbuckle Studios' The Coach and Bro Show, the wrestling veteran stated that Triple H has positioned himself so securely within WWE that he has made himself indispensable. He also believes that the 14-time WWE World Champion has drawn major inspiration from UFC's Dana White. WrestleMania 42 will take place in a few months, returning to Las Vegas for the second time. The company has heavily promoted the event months in advance, with several cryptic teasers featuring some of WWE's biggest names. CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, and Brock Lesnar were among those featured, along with WWE's Chief Content Officer Triple H and Hall of Famer Paul Heyman, who appeared at the end of the promotional video for the grandest stage of them all's 42nd edition